Holland in this
That
business?
is a fascinating mystery to me.
Which is fascinating.
Fascinating. I made 2 trips to China in the past year. And in China, gluten is served as a protein. So you can, in most Chinese restaurants, you can order sweet and sour gluten, gluten with black bean sauce. I asked many people in China about gluten sensitivity. They've never heard of it. What? Never heard of it. I have a Japanese friend who's a sushi chef who moved to Tucson, and he said, "What is this gluten sensitivity? It doesn't exist in Japan." So where did all this come from? I'll give you my quick take.
Oh, good.
We know that celiac disease is a real entity, and we can test for it, that where gluten is toxic to people with certain genetics. We can test for wheat allergy through skin testing. But gluten sensitivity, there's no way of testing for. It's a patient-driven diagnosis. People come in saying they feel bloated, headachy, not thinking clearly, itchy. Somebody told them they should get off gluten. They get off gluten and they have dramatic improvement. But any dietary change is likely to recruit a large placebo response. So I think that until proved otherwise, these improvements that you see in gluten-free diets may be due to the shift of mental energy in that direction. However, there has also been an increase in celiac disease and in wheat allergy. And here I'll give you 3 quick possibilities. One is that we've been breeding strains of wheat with higher and higher gluten content. Second one, Michael Pollan suggested this, is that until relatively recently, bread was made with a long sourdough fermentation that may have altered the chemistry of wheat, and that now with instant yeast, there's no such chemical change, so the nature of bread may have changed.
Well, it gets pushed
Yeah.
much faster.
But a third possibility, which I find really intriguing, and I wanted to hear your reaction to this, it may have to do with changes in the gut flora, which we're looking at as being more and more relevant to health in general. And this may have to do with the rising incidence of cesarean section in our population, which is now at a shocking level. I think it's 1 in 4 births, something like that, just astounding. Of course, many of these not done for medical reasons. I won't go into that. When a baby is born vaginally, the bacteria and organisms that colonize the gut come from the mother's birth canal. When a baby is born by cesarean section, the flora that it picks up are from the mother's skin, which is a totally different population. And that lasts for life. And it may be that change has something to do with the rise not only in gluten sensitivity, but maybe in other kinds of sensitivities that we're seeing. And in China, the incidence of cesarean section is very low compared to here. So that's an interesting possibility.